Hey, shalom, family. To Yada, Israel, y'all at this time, may the peace of y'all be with each and every one of you brothers and sisters. We have to do a very important video at this time called Focus Only on Abba Yah. It's imperative, it's the most important, brother, that we do these things. Because, yes, we've been lied to. I'm here to point these things out to you once again, along with all the other brothers and sisters that are doing a great job at this time of pointing these things out, brother and sisters. When you understand these things and know these things, you would do the same if you love Abba Yah. Yes, we must deprogram our mind, and this video is here for to deprogram your mind from all the lies that we've been programmed with, brothers and sisters. Yes, many lies, many lies. And we taught these lies to perfection. Some can explain the lies so well that it seems that it is true. These are our facts, brothers and sisters, are the ignorance. With this, you're going to see that is presented to you in the translation today is two forms of salvation. One is true, one is true, one is the truth, and one is 100% false. And they disguise this by inserting a Messiah, by saying Abba Yah did these things, by using the Hebrew text, the prophecies, yes, the laws and prophecies, the inspired word of Yah. Because Abba Yah only had one set of inspired words. It's his laws and his prophecies. That's why the prophet plainly said, if not according to the law and prophet, there is no truth in these people. And you're going to see why, brother and sisters, when you deal with the laws and prophecies, there's no error in them, no confusion. It's plain and simple. You get the straight word of Yah. But when you deal with something else, you always get something twisted, always a mixture, always something changed. You'll say a change. Abba Yah said he changed not. When Abba Yah give you a form of salvation, you think he would come and change it 1,000 years later, the method of being saved? No. And you're going to see what they done. They inserted to confuse you the Hebrew writer, the prophets. And you're going to see that. I'm going to read it to you so you can see that how they did it. How they manipulated the mind to believe a lie. Remember, you always got to go back to the beginning. The tree of a mixture of righteousness and evil. I always told us to stay away from that mixture. So we've been taught these things. Yes, that's where it comes from, teaching. Teaching. Because without a teacher, you will not know. Without a teacher, you will not know confusion. Somebody got to present this to you, and that's what they done. They put these things in a book and mixed them. Righteousness and truth. Truth and lie. So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. The question is, are you saved by Abba Yah or Christ, the one they call the Messiah? All the word Christ is anointed, but they say it's interchangeable with the Messiah, so they say. And you're going to say that further from the truth in a moment. So you could call this Christ Jesus. You could say Yahushua, Yahshua, Yahawashai, Yahusha. Any name you want to insert there. I see them all coming up newly every day on Facebook, the internet. So the key is, are you saved by Abba Yah or Christ? And so let's go and examine these things. First, we must start off with the prophets. The prophet, the one they call Joel, but his real name is Yael, Yah strength. So Yael, who is Yah strength, 2:33. Excuse me, chapter 2, verse 32. Chapter 2, verse 32. That is very important. These are the words of Yah that he was given to the prophet at this time. He said, and it shall be that everyone, I'm reading this from the familiar book called the Scriptures that many of the Hebrew brothers use, begin to get. It's not the best translation, but it's okay for now, brothers and sisters. I'm using it because this is the only one I have in the car at the time. I didn't want to really use this one, but I'm going to use it at this time because I'm not home. So with that, brothers and sisters, 2:32, and it shall be that everyone who calls on the name of Yah shall be delivered. This how they have it like that, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see that. Which is saved. You should be saved. Which is delivered. When you're being delivered from a situation, from death, from the enemy land, that's what you call being saved. Or if you've been delivered from your sins, that's what you call being saved. Something been taken away and you're being restored back to Yah. So this is the plain and simple. Everybody would know this. If this all they had in their book, it'd be plain and simple. Those who call with the name of Yah. Some translators say those who call on the name of Yah shall be delivered, saved. So keep that in mind. This is what the words was going around from the prophets, given to the children of Israel, Yah, and Yada. This all they knew. This all back then they ever knew. Those who called on the name of Yah. So let's go to, I hate to go to the book, but I have to go to this book to point these things out to deprogram the minds of our family that have been programmed by the enemy of Yah. They done these, I know people don't want to believe it. They come up with all kinds of excuses and reason. That's not true either. You can have all your reasoning and excuses. That's not going to overturn the lie that you think, because you've been taught to lie, and that's a fact, and you're going to see that. So I got to go to the book of Romans. I hate it with a passion, but I have to, because this is the only way our brothers are going to get these programs. You got to see these things, how they formulated the New Testament up. There's no such thing of a New Testament, but they made it by Yah. It was no such thing given by Yah, but it is real because evil men made it so to deceive you. So in the New Testament, I'm going to start off in Romans chapter 9, verse 25, chapter 9, verse 25 to 29 to show you how they inserted. I'm showing you now the method they use to deceive you. They insert prophecies, saying so you can know the quotes. See, to know the truth, you always got to go to the prophets. The law and the prophets is the only place you'll ever find for the rest of your life is the true words of Yah. These are things you got to know, family. You got to know these things, or you will be 100% deceived. So chapter 9 of Romans, verse 25 reads, as he say in Hosea 2, I shall call them my people, who were not my people, and her beloved, who was not my beloved. And it should be in the place where it was said to them, you are my people. There there they shall be called sons of the living Barak. You even got to understand this prophecy. See, they inserted the prophecies right here that is talking to the scattered children of Israel. Yes, the northern tribe that got put out first. Abba Yah told them, when they did these sins, that title as sons and daughters was taken away from them. But then he said when he bring them back home, they should be called sons and daughters once again. You got to understand this. See, they would assert this like this, everybody in the earth will be saved at that time. No, that's what they try to put in your mind. But let me keep reading. 26. And it shall be in that place where it was said to them, you are not my people. You see that? If you keep that part right there by itself, in this place where it was said, you're not my people. Said to them, you are not my people. There shall they be called the sons of the living Barak. See? 27. And Isaiah cried out on behalf of Yezreel Yah. See that? See? He cried out on behalf of Israel. Yeah, that's what it's talking about. But in the New Testament, they may try to make it seem like it's talking to the Gentile people, that you are not my people, now you are my people. No, the prophecy, see, that's why you got to read the true prophecy. They insert it with the lie. See, it's a mixture of truth. That's how they do it. They insert. Let me read it. Saying, and Isaiah cried out on behalf of Yezreel Yah, though the number of the children of Yezreel Yah be as the sand of the sea, the remnant shall be saved. You get that, brothers and sisters? Only a remnant going to be saved, even though the Hebrew people are numerous. So let me keep reading. For he is bringing a mild. Remember, what I want to read to you now is not the New Testament writings. They inserted this. What I'm reading to from the prophet's mouth. See, they inserted words from the prophets. So keep that in mind. Don't let your mind go off and say, see, it's in the New Testament. They put it in, when they would write the New Testament, they inserted quotes from the prophets. Keep that in mind. When they written their New Testament, this is not Yah words, you're going to see that. Because Yah words said those who call from the prophet, Yah, those who call with the name of Yah should be delivered. So keep that in mind. I'm still reading you from the prophet writing. It said, and the remnant should be saved, 28. For he is bringing a matter to an end, and it is cutting it short in righteousness, because Yah shall cut short a matter on the earth. And Isaiah, his real name is Yah, but I'm just saying the way they got it in the King James Version. And as Isaiah said before, if Yah of hosts had not left us a seed, we would have become like Sodom, and we would have been made like a Morah. See, Sodom and Gomorrah, a Morah. So into that read the end of quote, and then they get back into talking about other things, their own writings. See, on the bring in the mixture, they slid this in that slot. So you got the quote from the prophet there, as I'm going to go to Romans chapter 1, verse 17. Now you're going to see another mixture. Now I'm about to read to you they quotes. And they're truly, brothers, my heart desire and prayers to Elohim. Let me go, they got Elohim. I'm reading from this translation. But I'm skip Elohim. I can't use that word Elohim or God because it's false. But they said, truly, brothers, my heart desire, prayer to Yah for Israel Yah is for deliverance. If you look at your head and they say this right here is on the faith unto salvation. Now they're talking about dealing with salvation. Now they're telling you how you can be saved. They're explaining it to you. Before they go back and quote the prophet's words of how to be saved, they're going to tell you how you can be saved. By faith, belief. It's not by Yah, so keep that in mind, but by faith. See, the subtlety said this one in there, but it's this they writing these words. You got to remember of Yah words, how you're going to be saved. Those who call with the name of Yah shall be delivered, saved. Them Yah words. Now we seeing the New Testament word that came from the false pen of the scribes, the writers, the Christians. 10 is truly, brother, my heart desired prayer. I'm gonna read like they have it. Truly, my brother desired the prayers to God for Israel, Yah, is for deliverance. He said, I bear them witness that they have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. For not knowing the righteousness of God and seeking to establish their own righteousness, they did not subject themselves to the righteousness of God. For the Messiah is the goal. Of course, your translation got, most people translated got Christ. For Christ is the goal of the Torah unto righteousness. See, now they tell you, they put it in your mind. Now, Christ is the goal to righteousness. If you go back and read the laws, it take the laws. Deuteronomy 6:25 say, if we observe to do all the law, if we obey Yah, that is counted to us as righteousness. If we observe to do all the laws before Yah as He has commanded us, that is righteousness. See, if we observe to keep the do, to obey them, and it would be our righteousness if we will observe to do, if we obey Yah to keep all the laws, that is righteousness. But then they tell you, for Christ is the goal of the Torah unto righteousness. See, a lot of you don't even know that is a lie. They said Christ is the goal to righteousness. The goal to righteousness was to obey Him, obey Yah. So a lot of people won't even see that subtle program to get you believe in this made up Messiah. It's gonna get worse than this, brothers. Sister, I'm telling you, it's all foul. Just not even the Hebrew writings and the way they wrote things, because everything would have been accurate. It's all a play on words. So let me read it to you. It says, and for the Christ is the goal of the Torah, which is the law unto righteousness, to everyone who believes. See, they just tell you just gotta believe. It's a goal to righteousness. Christ. If you just believe, Christ is the goal to righteousness. To get righteousness, you must keep the law. See, a lot of people mind to get twisted. Now, see, if you don't know that, your mind gonna totally go off. Now, I just believe in Christ is the go to righteousness. So just believing in Him, you obtain righteousness. That's what they telling you right there. So let me read. 5. For Moshe writes about righteousness, which is of the Torah. The man who does these shall live by them. You see that? You see that? Now they quoting you for what Moshe said. See how you obtain righteousness? It says, for Moshe writes about righteousness, which is of the Torah. See, which is of the law. Man who does these shall live by them. A man that obey them, and that's how you become righteousness. But they're telling you up ahead, see, it's a mixture. They're telling you what the real man said. Now they're telling you what they saying. In verse 4, for Christ is the goal of the Torah unto righteousness to everyone who believes. See, if you want to believe that, so then this Christ, or the Hebrews are so to see that say this Messiah is the goal to righteousness. But Moshe says it's a contradiction right there. I don't even know what number I am on to show you. Might be number 3. Just point it out of the lie. Because there's so many of them there, bro. I wouldn't keep them count, but I'm just pointing these things out to you. I just showed you about 3 lies already. And that's how they put them. They put them right beside each other. So let me keep reading. It says 6. But righteousness of belief speaks in this way. There's no such thing of righteousness of belief, but this is what they give you. You got to practice the laws of Yah to become righteous. It's not just a belief. You got to believe in it, and you got to obey them. See, a belief is nothing if you don't obey, if you don't put it into action. But they're telling you to believe on the Christ, or the Hebrews like to say Messiah, and that will be counted to you for righteousness. So let me keep reading. But righteousness of belief speak in this way. Do not say in your heart, who shall ascend into heaven. That is to bring the Messiah down. See, they just give you a lot of dumb words, play on words that don't mean nothing, but that's what they're telling you. Or who shall descend into abyss, that is to bring the Messiah up from the dead. You see that? So let me continue. I'm going to get off of that. See, That's why I say I hate even reading this nonsense in the New Testament. 8, it say, but what does it say? The word near you, in your mouth and in your heart, that is the word of belief, which we are proclaiming. See, excuse me, brothers and sisters. I had to spit. So that's the words they are proclaiming. Let me go. I lost my page real quick. See, the words they are proclaiming, brothers and sisters. Let me go get my page real quick. So let me get back my place real quick. I got to speed it up. I got to show a little bit of time left. So 8, but what does it say? The words near you and in your mouth and in your heart, that is the word of belief, which we are proclaiming. 9, that if you confess with your mouth, Master Yahshua, Master Christ, Master Jesus, and believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, you shall be saved. You see that? This is the New Testament salvation. You got to confess. You got to admit with your mouth, Master Yahshua, or Christ, or Jesus, whatever translation you may have. This will say Yahshua, and believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, and you shall be saved. That's your salvation right there, brothers. That's the salvation plan. When you believe these things, you shall be saved. You are saved. That's so further from the truth. What, brothers and sisters, where are you at now in captivity? If you trust the prophets of Yah and 232 of Yael, brothers and sisters, Yah told the prophet, the words of Yah said, whosoever called on the name of Yah shall be saved. You can take this any way you want to take it, liars of the Hebrew fan, and still lie with your mouth wide open, your brains wide open. This video is for to deprogram you. If you don't take Abba Yah word and you can't see what these liars put right here, this is a salvation plan they give you in the New Testament. This is nowhere in none of the prophet writings for the plan of salvation. Abba Yah give you one plan of salvation that will never change. But right here they say that if you confess with your mouth, Master Christ or Jesus, whatever name you want to put there, and believe in your heart that God has raised him. I'm just saying, using the word God. The creator Abba Yah is not a God. I'm using it because that's what they have there. Or Elohim. He's not an Elohim, but I'm using it because that's what they have. And saying, believe in their heart that Elohim has raised him from the dead, you shall be saved. It said, for with the heart one believes unto righteousness. See how they deceive you get? With the heart, it's more than a belief. It's an obedience and a practice to obtain righteousness. It said, for with the heart one believe unto righteousness, and one confess with the mouth, so is saved. See? They tell you that's how you're saved. For one with the heart believe unto righteousness, that's fall, and confess with their mouth, and so is saved. So is saved. See? 11. Because the scriptures say, whoever put his trust in him should not be put to shame. So now they go on to you what the scriptures say. See, the scriptures say, the words of Yah say. Let me keep reading. Because there is no distinction between Yahweh and Greek, for the same master all is rich to all those who calling upon him. So let me read it. 13. It said, for everyone who calls on the name of Yah shall be saved. Then they give you the quote right there. I want the Hebrews to look in your scriptures. You see right there they give you the quote, Yael 232, pointing you into the true way of being saved. But if you read up ahead, they just told you a lie. That's what they do all the time to you in the New Testament. A lot of people just go right over their head, brothers. It went over my head for a long period of time as well when I was lost in the New Testament lie. Now I see it plainly. It's only one method of being saved. Why do we need to be saved now? Because we are in captivity. Why you think earlier said only a remnant is being saved that is going to return out of all the people of Israel? That's the salvation right there. See, but they quoted you all the true ways of salvation from the prophets. Then they insinuated with all of their lies through the Catholic Church, the Christian Church, or Edomite, whoever wrote this New Testament. That's how they will seal your doom, brothers and sisters. Get you to call and believe in your heart. Let me read that again. But that if you confess with your mouth the Master Yahshua or Yahushua and believe in your heart that Yah has raised him from the dead, you shall be saved. You see that? This is what they tell you, brothers and sisters, further from the truth. But Abba Yah plainly tell you only one way for salvation, and those who call on the name of Yah. Not believing in your heart of a Messiah that he raised from the dead. That's nowhere, brothers and sisters, in the Hebrew writings, or to be saved. Abba Yah take to the prophets, many prophets, how you going to be saved. Remember, Abba Yah said he's the only one that is going to redeem us. That's to save us, deliver us. They taught you this lie, brothers and sisters. The teacher with the best of. Yes, Obadiah, I tell you this because you're responsible for a lot of the people that continue to believe that lie. If you can't see the words of Yah so plainly right there, you're a liar and the truth's not in you. You're already a liar and the truth's not in you. You got only a posture, you got a mixture. Until you, I hate to say these things, but I got to tell you the real truth. Until you change and wake up your eyes, you're responsible for a lot of souls that reject Yah, even though you call on the name of Yah. Just like Abba Yah said, a lot of people don't call on the name, but don't love him. And that's all I had to say. It's right there for all to see. It's only one salvation, Yah. That's how they manipulate the mind with all of the deception and with the mixture of truth and lie. Just like in the beginning, they get you the same way. With that, I say shalom.